ready for the My Hero Academia panel? All right, we're going to get started in just a few moments. Before we go, we do have a couple of important things to go over. Now, this is a Q&A panel. That means you ask the questions and our guests give the answers. We do ask that you please limit those questions to actual questions, and that those questions are relevant to My Hero Academia. Also, our line for questions is going to be at the front of the room on the left side of the stage. If you look to the front, you will see my friend Joe. Everybody say hi, Joe! Hi. Joe's going to show you where to line up. He's also going to screen your questions to make sure they're good to go. Now, with that out of the way, are you guys ready for the My Hero Academia panel? Then put your hands together. Welcome to the stage, the heroes of My Hero Academia, Miss Monica Rial and Mr. Austin Tindle!
Cool. What is it?
With that music too, I kind of want to just...
It's like... You gotta flip the beard. There you go.
And now we have Austin Tindle wearing today's newest fashion.
I wish I brought my heels.
I know.
I haven't been able to wear them in so long.
Hi, you guys. As you can tell, Austin and I are easily distracted. So if this starts to go off the rails, just rein us back in. Just rein us back in.
It's your job.
So, my name is Monica Rial, and I play Tsuyu Asui, also known as Froppy in My Hero.
And, my name is Austin Tindle, and I play Neito Monoma. AKA the leader of Class B, the best class there is.
Shut your trap. You are not the coolest class, and you know it. I don't have my glasses on. Does that say?
Oh, let me read it for you. It says Class 1A sucks.
It's okay. We all know the truth. Don't be bitter. Don't be bitter. I guess, should we open it up to questions? Well, first of all, if you guys haven't heard, which I can't imagine if you're in this panel, you haven't heard, that season 4 will be premiering in October. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, we have to wait until October. But my thing is the way that anime is getting pushed out these days, let them take their time.
Yeah.
Please, this is such a good show. What did you do? Did you just Freddie Mercury that microphone?
Nice reference.
All right, let's open up for some questions. Anybody? Anyone? I mean, we can just continue to talk for the next hour, but that might get weird.
Whenever it slows down, I just put on jazz and read shower thoughts from Reddit.
Shower thoughts?
You never read the subreddit shower thoughts? Okay, hang on.
No,
We'll see.
I'm afraid.
We'll see how long it takes them to get here. If I can load this before they... Oh wait, we got one.
Sorry. Hello. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Pam.
Hi, Pam.
I really want to...
Hi, Pam.
Hi. I really want to go to your autograph shoot today, but I didn't realize at what time, so hopefully I can come tomorrow to see you guys.
We'll be there.
My question for both, or for Froppy, I don't know, because Class 1B really sucks, so I really don't care, but...
Monoma with himself in a different three-piece suit. It's a good cop-out, right?
Okay. Alright, we're gonna have a moment. You guys ready for this?
I'm gonna say that Tsuyu probably would not want me to ship her with anyone because she's so focused on being a hero.
Now, that's out of the way. Monica, personally, I think it's really cute when Tsuyu and Tokoyami are put together. If you're gonna have a frog girl and a bird man, like, why not? But then I also really think there's some fan out there with, like, Deku and Tsuyu that's so cute. Like, if you guys see, there's a fan art of, like, it's like somebody did a version of Deku and Tsuyu and it's like the Princess and the Frog, but it's stupid cute. So I'd say that those are probably my top two. Although Monica personally, like if I had to pick my class 1A dude that like makes my heart go pitter patter, that would be Todoroki. Todoroki. But I don't know that Todoroki and Tsuyu would make a good couple. It'd be weird. Thank you. Okay, that's kind of cute though. I mean, in a weird way. I thought it was cute, but the more I look at it, the more I'm disturbed. Can somebody send me that later so I can send it to David Matrenka and be like, what is up with that, dude? Hello, what's your name?
Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
So, if you had the choice to voice any other character from My Hero Academia, who would it be?
All Might.
I was gonna say.
I am here. That's who I auditioned for. I don't know why I didn't get it. They needed to give Seth a break.
Yeah, right? He plays all the cool characters, that jerk. I kind of lucked out, depending on who your favorite characters are, because in the beginning, when Colleen Finkenbeard had auditions, she didn't know whether she wanted to cast me or Brina Palencia as Mineta and Tsuyu. So it could have very well ended up that Brina had ended up playing Tsuyu and I was Mineta. But I lucked out. I win. Sorry, Brina, I love you, but I win. But other than that, I love Mina Ashido. I feel like she doesn't get enough love. I think she's fun and crazy. There's a Mina. Hi, Mina. Other than that, Shigaraki scares the bejesus out of me. But that's kind of why I think it'd be fun, like if I were able to do like a real dude voice and not sound like a woman trying to sound like a dude. I would love to. I'd love to play Shigaraki.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks, man. Feels like one of these monitors is like if it's kind of hot, keeps almost exploding my head like that movie Scanners.
I got the reference. Hi. Hello.
My name is Hope, and I just want to ask, if for either of your characters, who would you say would be the pro hero they looked up to?
I would say that Tsuyu would definitely look up to Aizawa because, of course, is one of her teachers. I would say that that's definitely like one of her strong. But as far as like personal, like who does Tsuyu nerd out about other than All Might? Because we can assume that all of Class 1A is probably a little bit of a nerd for All Might. Yeah, I was gonna say Seal, like from her episode. What is the gentleman's name? I forget his name.
Oh,
the big hardcore.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
The guy that from her episode. I forget his name. What about you? Who's your favorite? Who would be
I don't
yours?
want to make a cop out here, but I mean. You know, there is someone cosplaying as my character in the audience right now, and I bet they have a good idea about who they look up to as a professional.
I like how they're silent now. Who's your favorite pro hero?
Yeah.
Help me.
obviously. That's what I was gonna say.
Thank you so much, and for brownie points, Sue's my favorite character.
Yes! I mean, thank you very much, Plus Ultra. Hello! It's good
I just want to say thank you for the autographs and the pictures today. That was really fun. My question for you guys is, who is your favorite villain in the show?
Okay, so Stained is pretty awesome for being not awesome, right? I think we can agree he's not awesome, but that's why he's awesome. I'm gonna say that my favorite villain, okay, my number one favorite villain, only because he does scare the bejesus out of me, is Shigaraki, because why with the hands? Why with the hands?
That's what I was gonna say.
And then Eric Vale, you know, like, I'm a creepy Eric Vale. It's like, no.
Eric Vale just scares me, period.
Right.
And you can tweet that.
You can totally tweet that. So yeah, I'd say Shigaraki's probably the top, but I'm also very intrigued with, and please forgive me, I'm not going to remember her name, but she's played by Leah Clark, Toga, with the blonde hair and the blood. And you know what's funny about that?
See one in here somewhere?
Is anybody?
Yeah.
Yes. You creep me out.
Just two.
Stay far away. And you know what's so funny about this cosplay? I'm sure that these two young ladies, if they're anything like the other young ladies I've met in this cosplay, they're always the sweetest, nicest, like, hello, Miss Rial, how are you doing today? And I'm like, why are you dressed like that horrible person? She's really creepy. She's all about blood and like syringes and
Okay with that, yeah. What does she do with the syringes? Does she take the blood out or does she put the blood in?
That's messed up, y'all. I mean, I think Leah Clark does an amazing job at sounding really messed up.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with Aaron Bell as your favorite villain?
Look, I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I might not know this show as well as you know. Keep in mind that I'm only in it for like 5 minutes.
I think we found like a video on their head.
Yeah, I found a clip on YouTube right before I came on stage, and it's 3.5 minutes long, and I think it is my entire performance edited together in the show. Just want you to keep in mind that I probably spent about 2 hours in the booth for the entirety of this show.
I got you, fam. I got you.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, so I want to get to you straight.
You're good. Oh no.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Hi, how are you doing? This is an awkward.
Anyway, my name is Sean, and I have an inquiring question, which is, what strategies or songs you listen to, what do you do to prep to get into character for voice acting?
Ooh, good question. That is a good one. I think for every actor it's a little different. Austin and I have spent a lot of time being actors together and going, oh, I do this, and you do and we bored Ron to death in an airport once because he's like, could you guys talk about something else? Sorry. For me, it depends on the character. So if it's somebody like Sue,
because her voice itself is so unique and different,
it takes me a while just to warm up to be able to do that voice justice. So I always do scales in the car. Like I have a little app and it's really not very creatively named. It's called Vocal Warm Up. The little image they have is even less creative because it's a microphone. I'm like, come on you guys, you couldn't come up with something a little more okay. But I use that and I go over scales. The reason I like that particular app is it lets you pick how low and how high. So you can pick your notes, because a lot of times if you just use a regular app, they want the low. That is exactly it. Good job. Hey. I do that first, and then after that, it's just about getting into the spirit of the character. So for me, a lot of times I'll sing to songs on the radio that remind me of the character,
or just to sing in this voice so that I make sure that the whole thing is warmed up all the way to top to bottom.
And then when you get in there, it's just about being true to the character and being true to what's written and making sure you find the truth behind what you're saying, in my opinion. That's the very truncated Cliff Notes version. What about you?
Yeah. All that stuff that she said.
All the actor stuff.
But it depends on the character. It is totally different. I don't actually, I don't play with scales too often. I will I'll go through my vocal resonator, so I'll try to make my head vibrate, and then I'll go all the way down to try to make my chest vibrate. But like for instance, the show I'm working on right now, the main show I'm working on, is called My Roommate is a Cat. I can't just talk about that all day. And that character is very, this show's very important to me. I've been telling people today. I went to the SBC and I adopted a cat. Did. Like 4 weeks into recording this, I adopted a tuxedo cat and I named it Haru. Do you want to see pictures?
Yes, I do.
But anyway, so this character is like really emotionally stunted, and so I don't warm up.
Oh, that's smart.
It's almost all mental lines about this writer who's like basically agoraphobic. So he it's better to sound groggy and natural. That's a different cat.
This one's like the opposite of that one.
Yeah.
Look, if you could, I don't know if you guys can see from there. If you inverted the colors on that cat, it would be Austin's cat.
Let's not.
That's beautiful. Aww, that's so sweet when a show touches your heart to the extent of getting a cat. Come on, you Austin.
It was really bad. I went to the SBC and I just like wept.
Aww.
I walked around and they didn't know what to do with me. And then that cat was like, let's get out of here. Getting into the spirit of the character, I find more and more these days, I end up going in and talking to the director very heatedly about my own life. And then sometimes that turns into, like me going in and complaining to Jerry Jewell about my day can very easily turn into the perfect accelerator warm-up.
Yeah, that's true.
Because by the time, by the end of it, I'm like, I don't even understand why we have toll booths!
And Jerry goes, yeah, I know.
I mean, it fits.
That was a good hearing. Good job. Hey, how are you? What's your name?
Hi, my name is Blue.
Hi, Blue.
And I'm doing pretty good. I wanted to ask you guys, what are some of your favorite things to do as voice actors? You know, some of your favorite lines or, favorite words that you've been on, stuff like that.
Songs are like tattoos.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Way back. I think for me, so for the longest time, I was the only person at Funimation that could do like, the really cute high pitch voice, which is great, and I love it, and I always say that little girls pay my light bills. Well, now that you guys have heard me in person, you understand why I play little girls. It's a lot easier to get me to sound like a little girl than to get like Colleen Clinkenbeard to sound like a little girl. It's just not gonna happen. But in the most recent years, like we've had a lot of new talent come in and a lot of people that can do the little bitty voice. So what's been awesome for me is like all of a sudden I'm getting to do stuff I've never gotten to do. If anybody's seen Radiant, I play Alma. She's like real. Yay, the one person over there. You guys should watch it. It's so good. But I play Alma and everything's like really low and over in here. Have you seen Genlock? I play Colonel. Yay! I play Colonel Marin, so everything is kind of like lower and from she's Puerto Rican, and so I get to play with my range a lot more than I used to. And even like Tsuyu, I never would have gotten to do this voice like 3 or 4 years ago. So, and these new people coming in, it's been really awesome because I've been able to go to all the directors and be like, okay, now that we've got all this covered and we've got all these cute little high-pitched voices, challenge me. Find me the weird stuff. And they have, which has been awesome.
That's cool.
What about you?
I don't get to do, well, I say that. I don't know.
Your natural voice is so cool. You don't have to stretch.
I try to sound like me as much as possible. Still, different cat.
How many pictures with cats do you have?
So that first picture you saw was of a neighborhood cat that used to come over and just hang out.
You've always been a cat person, you just didn't know it.
I've owned cats in the past. The last time I owned a pet before now was my pit bull Maggie, who I had to give to my ex-roommate and his girlfriend, who had a very stable, normal life. That was when I quit my job and moved into my girlfriend's van to become a full-time actor.
I remember that period of time for you. I felt for you.
So, as of now, this is the first time I live in an apartment that's not in a crack house or a van. Not in, just near. Anybody been to 5 Points in Dallas? Never mind. So this is the first time I've had an apartment, and now am responsible for a living creature while paying for my bills as an actor.
Good
mostly.
job.
Thank you. Anyway, you don't care about that. So what are we talking about? Stuff you like to do, character?
Yeah, like anything that you've enjoyed, that's been different, that's been fun.
The journey's been amazing. We're getting to go from one character to another. There's always something new that really, really excites me, you know. So having finished doing Kaneki, which was amazing for me and a lot of fun and cathartic, and got to stretch me in certain ways. And I think just doing that led to, like, you might have seen Tokyo Ghoul, but you haven't seen the 30 psychotic characters that I've played as small parts in other small animes based on getting used to doing that. So it's like, if they have one episode for a thing, it's like, we know we have this little kid that likes to murder kittens. Yeah, so they'll call me for that, and that's really fun. I love doing the crazy stuff, but being able to go from that to doing the cat show, which is a very slice of life, very that, and like Hitsurijume is another show I did this year where I play a young schoolboy who falls in love, and it is just a classic romance story. So yeah, and I guess it's very rare that people have me do characters. I always love it when I get the chance to do it, and it happens every once in a while. Michiko and Hachin, I'm in that. I got a great little... Anybody ever watch Elb Live? No one's ever seen Elb Live. Elb Live. I play Isaac. Thank you. See? He said, oh, wow. Yeah, that's me. So every once in a while I get to do it. I get to do a crazy but it doesn't happen too often. And I'm always excited when it does.
So Austin wants to do more crazy stuff. I'm gonna go back to Funimation and be like, yo, cast Austin as all the weird voices.
No, you know what I want to do? I solely want to be the lead in harem animes where I am a dry, sarcastic character who has a lot of inner introspection, because then it's all mental lines.
Like Love Tyrant, kind of?
Yeah, bread and butter. Because a comedy has more cues. People talk faster, so there's more lines, so we get paid more money.
Love Tyrants! Yay! If you haven't seen that show, it's super cute.
That was a good one. That one was really fun too. Well, I was really the comedic straight man in that one. Jade got to have all the fun in that show.
That's got one of my favorite lines I've ever written as a script adapter. When Jade's character comes in and she's dressed as a shrimp. And there was like 5 flaps that were like, because you know sometimes the Japanese translation doesn't quite fit, so we have to like adjust. And I was like, what am I gonna put in there? And so I had to go, it's hard out here for a shrimp, yo! I was like, I'm sorry, but there's no manga or anything to look at. And Jerry was like, I loved it. I'm like, I'm glad you put it in there.
That's awesome.
There you go. It is hard out there for a shrimp, yep.
And Jake plays the cat in my cat show.
Yeah. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Chaz. Before my question, I was just wondering if one of you would accept this tribute drawing that my girlfriend made for you.
Aww.
It's for both of you. You can
Yeah.
One of us.
We'll put it in between us and fight over it.
I'm gonna king
Oh,
myself.
cute! It's us!
Oh, that's cool.
It's totally us! And we're all the same size. Well, when you look at it our way. I'm directionally challenged.
I think I'm gonna change my shipping answer.
Super cute. Thank you.
And my actual question is, what would your real life superhero costumes look like?
Oh, what were my? I always thought this was going in a different direction. Then you put in the costume part.
Velvet jumpsuit.
Are you gonna like stick to things or cause a lot of like static cling? Like what velvet?
No. And Ben and Jerry's.
Ah, okay. I mean, whatever floats your boat. For me, I'd say I'm one of those people that I like to look like I put effort into what I wear, but it has to be like hella comfortable. So I'd say that my superhero outfit would probably be like pajama jeans. And then like some really big sweatshirt that has something really crass on it. And then a lot of jewelry because I like sparkly stuff. And then I'd probably have a disco ball that would like pop out. Yes! Pajama jeans.
Oh, okay.
They come in much more flattering shapes now.
Is it just like stretchy denim?
It's literally leggings that look like jeans. I'm so sad that you guys don't get these in your life because they're freaking amazing. They feel like leggings, but they look like jeans, so you look like you're dressed up when you're
Nobody wants to see me in leggings.
I'll get you some pajama jeans.
Okay.
You can try it out. But I'd also say that just as an homage, feels like BJ's. Looks like designer denim. Like they are right on it. But as an homage to Renge from Oron High School Host Club, I'd say that I'd probably need a powerful motor too, so that she could come up out of the ground. That'd be awesome. No velvet for me though. That's really hot and sweaty.
That's part of my superpower. I'm always at a perfect, comfortable temperature.
Oh, there you go. That works.
That's my answer from now on. When they're like, if you'd have any superpower, be always comfortable with what the temperature is.
That is a superpower. Oh, are those the suit pajamas? I have a friend that actually owns those. You can get pajamas that look like an actual suit.
I want that.
You should wear that to con.
I should. I actually have a velvet tuxedo jacket that's red.
What is you with velvet, huh?
I know what I like.
I mean, hey.
My mom bought it for me for Christmas.
Aww. Hello, what is your name?
My name is Carissa.
Hi.
Hi, Chris.
My question is, would you be a hero or a villain?
Well, that's the funny thing about it, you know? The villains often think they're better than they are.
Yeah.
I'm going back to
Just remember, I can slap you and be as good as you, because I can take all your powers.
I'm a frog.
I'll take that. What happens if I do that?
I don't know. Would you get, like, can you regurgitate your stomach like I do?
I can do whatever you can do if I touch you, I'm told.
That'd be really weird. Now I kind of wanted to touch Tsuyu just to see if he'd be like, bleh.
How does that work?
As much as I like to say, I mean, villains are so much fun to play, right? Because even though as an actor you know that you're being evil, like Austin said, villains don't ever think what they're doing is evil, right? So we have to assume that Shigaraki thinks he's doing the right thing, even though it's messed up, right? So for me, as much as I'm like, ooh, it'd be fun to be evil, being a villain doesn't necessarily mean being evil because you're still being true to yourself. So, I mean, also, I'd have to be a hero. Guys, listen to me. What kind of villain would I be? I'm gonna get you! Like, no. Maybe Wicked Witch of the West. That's as close as I can.
If this is like a we're about to make D&D characters type of situation, like I would want to be on some.
Yes! I'll get you, my friend!
I want to be on either side of the line of where that consideration is. So I'd either want to be a begrudging, cantankerous anti-hero, you know, who is mean to little kids but saves everyone's life, or a chaotic, neutral, gray villain who may or may not kill you. I haven't decided.
That might be like the most awesome non-answer I've ever heard. I'd like to be a good villain or a bad hero.
Yeah.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Baku
Katsuho Tatsuki.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
And my question is, if given the chance, would Tsuyu turn herself into an actual frog?
If given the chance, would Tsuyu turn herself into an actual frog? I would like to say that, I probably would just for a little bit, just to try it out and see. But I kind of like being able to stand up on on my back legs and not jump everywhere I go. And I could already I've got the tongue and I've got the regurgitating and stuff. I feel like I've got all the best parts of the frog without actually having to get on the ground and jump, if that makes sense.
But I think they should probably try it. I think Tsuyu's down for anything. I think she's one of those people that's like, I'll try it.
I may not like it, and I'll never do it again, but I'll try it.
So yeah, I think she'd probably try to be a frog. But I think she's way too partial to, somebody who spends so much time on her hair, to get that perfect little bow. I can't imagine she'd want to be a frog forever.
Oh, that's my baby! That is my frog baby!
Y'all, I love her so much, it's not even funny. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Hello, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Cassidy.
Hi.
I was wondering, besides your characters, do you have a favorite character from the show?
Besides Todoroki. Okay, so there's so many good characters in the show. That's what makes it such a good show. I'm really big on character-driven shows, so I think it's cool. Can I give you a top 5?
Go ahead.
This is gonna be my top 5 for what? Today's Friday. It might change tomorrow. Can you tell I'm not good at decision making? So other than my character, I'm gonna go with Todoroki, of course.
Not Bakugo.
I love giving him a hard time. Oh, look at you, you're helping me cheat. I'm gonna go with Todoroki. I like Kaminari too. I think he's hilarious. I love his zoning out. I'm gonna go with Shigaraki, even though I hate him. But I still think it's such a fascinating character because you really want to know what he's up to and what's going on. Oh man, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah.
I'd say Mount Lady, because if you're gonna have a pro hero, why not have one that's sassy? She doesn't care. She's like, oh, you're talking to me? Gosh, who else? I should probably pick another one of my classmates.
Who's that guy Aaron Roberts plays? He's all wooden.
The teacher, Aizawa? Aizawa's pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to just go with Deku. And here's the thing, if you guys haven't met Justin Briner yet, I really hope that you get the opportunity to, because he is Deku. He's the sweetest, awesomest person I have ever met in my life, and I got the chance to direct him on an episode when Colleen was out, and so I directed him, and I thought, okay, well this will be fun, I'll get to give him some direction. Every time he opened his mouth, Deku just fell out, and it was gold. And he's like, okay, do you have any direction for me, Monica? And I'm like, no. Gosh, you just are Deku. So I think that he's part of what makes that character so lovable.
And in real life, he's a monster. He's a violent reveler.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
After 2 a.m., that man causes chaos and destruction.
Just
all
Justin
around.
running around like,
Yeah. The amount of bars that he's closed down, the people that have potentially died from alcohol poisoning just being around him.
you know that all of these guys are going to see him one day to kind of be like, Austin said this. He'll be like, what?
This doesn't leave the room.
Who are your 5 favorite? Or your favorite? Just pick one, other than you.
I like Aaron Roberts' character, right? Wasn't he all wooden?
Oh, the wood guy, Conley.
Yeah, I miss him.
Conley Woods.
What's he doing these days? Why aren't we getting more of that guy?
Because there's so many people.
I know.
That's true.
There it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that hulk of a man. Or
Thank you,
whatever.
Hello.
Splinters though.
Sorry, hi.
what happens when Ida gets a leg cramp? You know, like a Charlie horse, middle of the night, he just wakes up.
That's a good question. Does it like throw him out of bed?
Also, does his leg go off?
Yeah, like, so Ida, so Michael Tatum's character has these jets on the back of his legs, right, that make him run faster. Yeah, like that. So, but she's asking, like, if he's asleep and he gets a Charlie horse and, like, one of those go, like, what happens? I would imagine your leg would just be like, you know what I mean?
Does he?
Like that
He's got jets.
Jets in the back of his legs.
Does he have to gas him up?
No. That would be really awkward if he had to gas him up. No, he's quite dead, so I don't know, that's a good question. I would assume that it would probably be very jarring to wake up in the middle of the night with your legs just flopping. Maybe he has to tie them down to the bed?
Restless jet lag syndrome.
Well, thank you. Now I'm going to be thinking about that later tonight as I text Tatum going, what are your thoughts?
He uses yoga straps and leather belts to keep himself tied down to bed.
There he is. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
My question for you guys is, if you could cross My Hero Academia with any other anime you've played in, what would it be? Like, which of your roles would you most want to see as a UA hero?
There's so many.
Yeah.
My first instinct is to say Bulma, just because I feel like I want Bulma to fight. You know what I mean? Like, I want her to finally fight, and I feel like this might be, like, if she were on My Hero, she might actually have an opportunity to fight. But then I also think it'd be kind of funny to have stalking be. Can you imagine stalking anarchy walking into the class 1A? Like, I'm a hero, what do you want? Give me my sugar now, Deku. Hilarious.
I want everyone from Sergeant Frog to show up in it.
That would be insane. That would be insane.
But they all count as, like, they're Pikmin, they all count as one
team
hero character.
Yeah.
Like a Voltron-esque.
Sergeant Frog.
It's just all Frog.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Good question. Who's next? You guys are killing it back there, by the way. Hello. What's your name?
My name is Nathan.
Hi, Nathan.
Here's my question. Have you ever seen any crossovers? If so, which ones do you like?
Like in general, of any?
Crossovers, like the My Hero Academia characters in like another fictional thing, like, I don't know, another anime or a video game.
Dragon Ball and Toriko. Oh. It was supposed to happen, and I think it happened in the manga.
Oh, interesting.
But it didn't. If it did get animated, it didn't get dubbed into English. But I wish it had. Does anybody know what Toriko was? Cool. Good. Good job.
It's not technically a crossover, but in my mind, it will always be a crossover. When I was working on Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card, I play Sakura, and there's one episode where Sakura is wearing a raincoat kind of outfit that looks like a frog, and it looked like Tsuyu, and so it looked like Sakura dressed up as Tsuyu, and I'm like, so I know it's not an actual crossover, but that was my favorite thing ever. But thank you. Who's next? Hello. I can't tell what's going on with your makeup, but it looks awesome from here. Super cool.
Merle High Church, I suppose.
Oh, I love
Nice.
it. What's your question, huh?
First off, I'd like to say Class 1B is severely underrated. Like Kendo. However, he's fine how he is. He doesn't deserve it. But Kendo, oh my. Anyway, I'd like to say, what is your favorite quirk? Like, just from ideas, like, fundamentally, what is your favorite quirk?
What is my favorite quirk?
Like of ones that are there or one we might think of?
Yes.
I'm surprised nobody has the quirk to, like, teleport. You know what I mean? To be able to, like, just close their eyes and, like, wind up in every quirk, yes. But yeah, Yeah, that's what I would want. I would want a quirk that would allow me to teleport so I don't ever have to fly again. Because getting here yesterday was kind of a pain in the butt for both of us. So if we were able to like be in Dallas and be like, hey, Austin, you ready to go? And then just put an arm on his shoulder and like blink my eyes and be here, that'd be awesome.
Did you? That was a Bewitched.
Yeah, well, that wasn't she that.
Oh, was that? Oh, the no.
Which one was the Genie? I Dream of Genie was the. Yeah. Sorry. Can you see how distracted we get?
Superpowers. I'm still really vibing on this regulating my temperature thing. I mean, at all times, like center of the sun.
You're still cool.
Still, like, a comfortable temperature.
I can see that. I can see that. Thank you. Who's next?
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Dan.
Hi, Dan.
I just have a simple request. I just came here to hear Tsuyu ribbit.
Ribbit.
I wish I had cute things like that, because it's never like, hey, will you make this cute noise? It's like, hey, you remember when they put the centipede in your ear? Can you do that?
Oh, it took me forever. Like, I used to be so mad at Johnny Young Bosch because, like, we'd go to these cons. People were like, hey, can you guys say one of your lines? And all he had to do was go, love and peace. And everybody's like, yeah. And I was like, well, I have, like, monologues. What am I supposed to do? So now the fact that I get to go, ribbit, and people go, where? I'm like, oh, that's so much easier.
One of these days.
One of these days. Hello. How are you?
Hi.
I'm well myself. How are you guys doing?
Great. What's your name?
My name is Christina.
Christina.
Hi, Christina.
What's your question?
Well, I wanted to know, your characters, their parents, what do you think about their life?
Go ahead.
His mother was withholding as a child. And his father actually loved him deeply, but didn't have any ability to communicate, and was always busy trying to make money so that he could go to school. Why do you think his quirk is to copy?
It just got really dark.
That's all. That's all I have to say.
I know that in a panel of the manga, we actually get to see Tsuyu's family, and I'm really hoping that they will show up in the anime. And I've even joked, I was like, hey, if I could get my actual family to come play these roles, the only thing I'm worried about is Tsuyu's dad, because my dad is from Spain, and he talks like this. Hey, Monique! How are you doing? Watch, I'll call him at my panel tomorrow or something so you guys can hear I'm not even exaggerating. Hey, Monique! Tell them I said living la vida loca! Dad, don't be a walking stereotype, please. Thank you. But yeah, I would love to see them, and I've seen their little pictures now. I want to hear them talk. They're so cute. Thank you.
My dad sounds exactly like me.
Really?
Yeah. Like when I was in high school, like he would pretend to beep. This is before cell phones. So when my friends would call, he would pretend to be me and get a good way into the conversation before they would figure it out.
That's terrifying for a teenager.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Dalton. One A is superior.
Glad you feel that way.
My question is, what is your favorite fan theory of the anime and where it's gonna go?
You guys are making us think. So...
Google something!
Austin's asking for a hint for his opinion. For me, I know that, there was a lot of talk of the traitor for a while going around, and a lot of people have come up to me speculating that Tsuyu might be the traitor, which I can't imagine. I can't imagine that would be the case. I think that that's way too obvious a choice. Like if I were a writer and I was going, how can I make everybody freak out? That's what I'd do. Now, granted, I don't know, but that would probably be one of those where I'm like, let's stay away from that. Now, granted, I don't feel like I can answer the question very well without spoiling stuff because I have friends that read the manga and they keep me updated with what is going on. So all I know is I'm very excited about season 4 because I know that Tsuyu has a lot more to do. I finally get to go in for more than 5 minutes of
Rabbit, shut up, Deku. Bakugo.
Do you have, where do you think that your character is gonna go? Like, if you just took your character and his story in My Hero, where do you think he's going to lead? Like, where?
Draco Malfoy. But with a greater chance for redemption.
Only because he'll steal everybody's
You're the people that are disappointed by that thought.
Wow. Tom Felton doesn't think that at all.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that got weird. Thank you.
Just to let you guys know, we're going to be capping the line, and we're going to try to get through as many questions as we can, but we're coming up on time.
If we need to, we can do, let us know if we need to do the lightning round. We can lightning round it.
I'll try to be fast.
We'll do a 2-minute lightning round. How about that? 2-minute warning with the lightning round?
Hello.
Hi. I wanted to start off by saying that Class 1 I was superior.
Thank you.
I'm leaving.
No, don't come.
I also wanted to ask, how did you guys start with voice acting? Because I wanted to try and get it out myself, but I was curious of how you guys started.
I'm glad you asked. Because we'll be going over it tonight at 10 p.m. at my 18 and plus panel called Raunchy Shakespeare. That's where you'll learn all the secrets of the universe. I started doing theater, and I did a lot of Shakespeare.
Yeah, actually, I started doing theater, and I did a lot of Shakespeare. A lot of Shakespeare and a lot of musical theater, because if you are a working actor, you learned from your directors that the 2 places where you'll make money as a working actor are Shakespeare and musical theater. So you usually tend to find people that gravitate to those. See, Shakespeare. Hey, Willie Shakes, what's up? But yeah, for me, I kind of fell into it on accident. I was doing theater, and somebody's like, hey, we're doing this stuff where everybody sounds like kids saving the world. You sound like a child. And I'm like, thank you. And it just kind of happened. But I do have a YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of videos, but I'm working on some new ones. And it's basically like how I got started, how I come up with character voices, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in voice acting, definitely check that out.
Thank you.
And come to my panel.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Ella.
Hi, Ella. What's your question?
So my question was, who do you think would make the best pro hero out of any of the students at UA whatsoever, but you can't have the big 3, Deku, or your own characters?
No, Deku. Oh, you picked me?
Yeah.
Yes. Froppy for the win. I mean, I want to say Todoroki, but then he... I don't want to give anything away, but then he didn't do some good other thing, and then I know, I don't want to spoil anything. Screw it, I'm still gonna go with Todoroki. See, icy hot for the win.
Yeah.
Well, hello, me. Nice to see you. What's your name?
My name's Brittany.
Hello, Brittany. What's your question?
First I want to say I ship Tsuyu and Bakugo.
What?
I have a picture I will show you. I'm coming to meet you tomorrow.
Okay, awesome.
And my question is actually for you. How did you come up with the voice for Tsuyu?
So, interesting point. So I did a little bit of research before I went in, and I kind of go through and I listened to what the Japanese seiyuu was doing. Now, the Japanese seiyuu is a lady named Aoi Yuki. What's really, really weird is that Aoi Yuki and I have now shared like 12 or 13 roles in like the last 3 years. So it got so weird that people were casting me because like the Saga of Tanya the Eagle, I played Tanya, and Jeremy Inman was like, I was watching the show in Japanese and it sounded like you speaking Japanese. And I went, all right, I'll take it. So she's real young too, which is awesome because it means that my career is set as far as that goes. As long as she keeps working, I will be good. But with Tsuyu, since I knew it was Aoi Yuki, I was like, okay, let me see what she's doing. And at first I thought maybe I needed to hold my nose. I'm like, that's not the right sound. So I was like, I need to figure out a way to make it sound like I'm holding my nose, but from the inside. I know that sounds weird. So it's pinching together your nasal cavity and pinching together your vocal cords.
So that all of a sudden you've got this, yeah. See, look, now you can play my dad. Yeah, now he can play my dad. But like it's yeah, but it's kind of like you're squishing your. It's hard to explain without sticking my fingers on your face. You're squishing together your nasal cavity and then also squishing together this so that it causes kind of a constriction that causes that weird kind of frog-like sound. But yeah, it took me a while to figure it out.
Also, 1A is better.
Yes! Sorry!
Really feeling attacked here.
Lightning round.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do for the lightning round. You guys ask us questions and we're gonna answer as fast as we can. Cool? Cool. What's your question?
Okay, I was wondering if you've had any bad experiences with coworkers in this industry.
Yes!
Yes!
Okay,
Next question.
Marry, kiss, kill, class 1A.
Marry, kiss, kill. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, Mary Todoroki. Wait, is this me or Tsuyu?
Out of character and then in character.
Oh, so out of character, Mary Todoroki, kiss Deku because he's a sweetheart, and kill Bakugo. And then for Tsuyu, I'm gonna say marry Tokoyami, kiss Deku again because he's a sweetheart,
And kill Bakugo.
I would kiss Bakugo, and I don't care what you do the rest of them.
Create your own quirk, quickly.
What?
Create your own quirk, quickly.
I want to be able to teleport instantly.
I want to make ice cream out of my nose.
Hi, my name is Esperanza. It's very nice to meet you. And I was just wondering, who is your favorite superhero from basically anything?
Ooh.
Superhero? Iron Man.
Dirk Gently. He's a holistic detective.
Hi, Tomoyami!
Hi! If you had like any quirk in the show, which one would you have?
Anybody else's quirk? Well, your quirk's kind of cool. If you just touch people and steal their stuff,
Yep.
I would want Austin's quirk. Well,
That's
not
good.
Austin's.
That's a good one. I don't want to be a frog. Just say it.
Hi, my name is Missy. I was wondering, like, your thoughts on like the villain, like AU, like theory, like the alternate universe, like villain, like Deku as a villain.
I think it'd be really fascinating, and I'd love to see it, and I'd certainly love to play it.
What are you doing?
We'll see. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kaden, and I might...
You look beautiful.
I thank you. I wanted to go on a little rant. I don't know if I'll have time, but I just want to say...
I'm fine with it.
I would say that I love Class 1B. Oh my god, everybody that knows me knows I am like obsessed with Class 1B. I cosplay Monoma because I relate to him, but I guess I can't continue. So I was saying, I don't know how well you actually know the rest of the class, but is there any characters like from the class that's kind of interesting to you, like that intrigue you?
Nope, done.
No. I have no idea about any of them.
He's like his character. He's very self.
I'm really worried about what's going on here. No, I'm sorry. I really don't know any of the other Class 1B characters. I just don't. I wish I could say that I do, but I don't.
It's hard because we go in weekly, and for a show like My Hero, there's so many people, you're usually only in there for like 15 minutes at a time, and it's like you do your few lines and then you leave. So you don't really get to see a whole lot.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch this show.
You better.
All right, guys, we're out of time. Do you have one last line you can leave with everybody with?
Yeah. Can you with me?
How do I do it?
Just yell Plus Ultra.
Cool.
We're gonna do it on 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Plus Ultra! Thank you guys. Raunchy Shakespeare, 10 p.m. It's gonna be fun.